So what is the weather like here in Northwest Arkansas? I'm glad you asked. My name is Phillip Shepard, and I'm a local real estate agent here in Northwest Arkansas. I moved to Northwest Arkansas about a year and a half ago, going on 2 years, from Chicagoland area. So if you haven't seen any of my other videos, make sure to click around and find those videos and watch those as well. All right, so let's talk about the weather here in NWA. So this is going to be kind of a comparison between like northern Chicago area. I'm not sure exactly where you're coming from, but let me kind of tell you my view of NWA weather versus like Chicagoland area. And the first thing that I noticed right away, obviously I moved here for this reason, is the fact that the winters are not that cold. You know, I grew up in the area where if it got down to like -10 or -15, that was starting to get kind of pretty cold for an area. So that's like Chicagoland area, plus the wind and everything else, the bitter cold, it was horrible. So coming down here, like the average low in the winter time is like probably like around 30, 35, like around there. And it usually gets up into the 50s, 40s, 50s every single day in the winter at like the normal times. So very comfortable for me. So I'm great with it. Compared to Chicagoland, which is, it is quite a bit colder to say the least. The coldest temperature I saw there was -50, 40, -40, 50. And at that point, it's that cold because like, and you can't even like diesel starts gelling up around like -30, I believe. So schools are shut down. It's just nothing happens at that temperature. Oh, that reminds me, I made a 3-day itinerary for anyone who wants to come to NWA and check it out and kind of see what NWA has to offer. Because when I came down here in 2019, there's so much to do and so much to see, I didn't even know where to start. So what I did was I made a guide, like a 3-day guide for the foodie, for the sports person, for the art person, for kids, for anyone who wants to go on an adventure or sightseeing. I have those itineraries below. So if you want to download those and just kind of check them out and see, kind of follow them step by step, you can kind of see exactly what's going on in NWA when you come down here, and you can get the best experience and see how awesome it is. So the links are below, and make sure to download those. And one of the other more unique things about NWA weather, and this is just comparing to Chicagoland area, is that even, especially during the winter time, it is a lot more sunny. Like I can't remember really the last day that it was really cloudy. Like for a period of time. Like there's days where it might be cloudy, but the sun pops out here and there. Those days are rare and far and few between. Now, where I came from, like there would be a week or 2 weeks of stretch of just cloud and no sun. It's cold and bitter. And I don't know where you're coming from, but honestly, if you know what I'm talking about, which you might, then this does not happen in Arkansas. Yeah, I can't really remember the last time it was like consistently cloudy, like all day long. There might be things here and there, but long story long, the sun's out here a lot more than it ever was in Illinois. That is for sure. Another really interesting fact about NWA's weather, and this is more for like the gardeners, people that like to do major gardening or plants or flowers, you can get 2 full seasons of flowers or plants or veggies down here. So my mom moved down here and she owns a house also in NWA. She's a massive gardener, just loves it to death. One of the major things that she loved about NWA moving down here is that she can start her plants early in the spring, do a full run of veggies and plants and flowers, and then pause in the summertime just for a little bit to redo some of the things she's doing, and then get ready for the fall and winter. So she's kind of planting, harvesting, doing things all the time, all year long. Whereas in Illinois, you get like, I don't know exactly, I'm not a gardener, but it was a short window to say the least. You get 1 season, you're done. You get 2 full seasons of growing down here all the time. She loves it. And one of the best things about NWA's weather that I really loved was the fact that fall lasts forever. It is, and I'm not exaggerating, it lasts forever. The trees turn because it's a 4-season area. For instance, you're gonna start seeing the leaves turn somewhere in like September, which is kind of typical, and then it goes all the way until Christmas time, honestly, around like December. So the trees might fully fall sometime in like late December. So you get all the way from September to December of full fall season, and we're talking like 70, 80-degree days, and then kind of like 50 at night, and you get amazing sunrises, amazing sunsets, and especially if you live in the mountains around NWA, it's just gorgeous because you look up at the mountains and it's just a full plethora of different colors of oranges and reds and even greens. And the interesting thing is that some of the trees here, there's a lot of oak trees which naturally take a longer time to turn colors, and then there's a lot of trees that just happen a lot faster. So that's why a lot of times you'll see this large span of color change is because of the fact that there's so much difference of trees here that the trees last, like some trees will turn faster, and then some trees will turn longer. And so that means that the season is just longer for fall in general. And beyond the tree changing in colors, the season of fall is just longer because it's warmer here. And so you won't actually start feeling any sort of chill maybe until like December, November, maybe that's a big maybe. And so your fall season is so much more longer here in NWA than definitely compared to Illinois. And the last thing about NWA weather is the fact that we don't get a lot of snow here. Before I moved here, I guess there was like a 6-year season where they didn't get any snow down here. I'm all for it. Don't get me. I've lived in snow. I'm done with snow. I'm okay without it. The last few years there has been a little snow, but it's usually melted within a day or two because the sun comes out, it gets warmer, and it's gone. Here's the thing about people that live here, and like they love the snow because it's so rare here. They're like, oh my god, it's in the snow, and then like people go out like sledding in like the barely any dust on the ground. I'm like, hey, whatever works for you. So that's all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to download that 3-day itinerary if you're coming to visit NWA, and just kind of check out to see what's on there, because it kind of narrows down some of the greatest things to do here when you have that short period of time to come here and check it out. Also, if you're in the area, make sure to call me, text me, and we can check out some land, some homes, just to see kind of like the real estate market down here, to see if this would be the best fit for you and see how much like your dollar can actually be stretched compared to larger cities. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.